Hello and welcome to another episode of Launching Out the Podcast. This podcast is designed to inspire you and to motivate you to reach your goals and your dreams. Listen, I am so grateful. I'm so thankful for you today. I'm thankful for your support. I'm thankful for how you have stayed in there and work on your dreams and your goals for your life. Listen, thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to thank my sponsors that have supported me, and I want to thank Cooper Realty for their continuous support to Olu Brown Motivations and to Launching Out Podcast. I also want to thank my friends at Archangel Transportation. They have been there for me as well. My brother Calvin Nesbitt, give him a call for all of your transportation needs. They have been supporting me throughout from the beginning to where I am now. And one thing that my mother taught me as a little boy, that when people are nice to you and are good to you and do nice things for you, the least you can do is say thank you. So again, thank you for your support. I also want to thank my friends at Delta Funeral Services for their support that they have given to me. I don't take any of it lightly for the assistance and the help that I have gotten along the way. So again, thank you so much for your support. I also want you to remember Trendy Ties. Trendy Ties are doing great things. You can order your ties through this medium. You can call the number on the screen. You can also email, and you can get information about ties, whether it be for a group. These are women's. Here are an example of some of the ties that have been made, and there's more different styles of ties. And so please consider giving LaShonda Brown a call and order your ties today. Also, remember, please get the book, give a copy to a friend, bless somebody, especially this Father's Day that's coming up. This is a great time to have a copy of the book Launch Out, because fathers today need to launch out and unleash the greatness within them, because we have greatness within us. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, the greatness that is within us. And so again, thank you so much for your support. And remember that this podcast is on every Friday. Every Friday, this podcast is on at 9 o'clock a.m. 9 o'clock a.m. We are also considering changing the time from morning to afternoon or to evening, and to allow for some other opportunities for people to watch as they come home and close out the week. And so I want to thank you and continue to pray for me. I've been doing this now for 18 months. 18 months I have been doing this podcast, Launch Out. And I want you to continue to keep us in prayer as we shift and change times. And this will also affect other time zones as well. People watching in Africa and in Europe and other parts of the world. This will also shift for them. And so thank you so much for your continuous support as I make this transition in time. Hopefully this will benefit most and will help to increase the audience as well. So again, you can go to the website, www.olubrownmotivations. There you will be able to find resources that I believe will help you to reach your goals and your dreams. Listen, by all means, please support us by way of Cash App, and the funds that you help us with will help us to continue to bring content and guests to this program that will pour into you. Listen, feed what's feeding you. I talk about that at one point during the broadcast, that you feed what's feeding you. If this broadcast has been feeding you week in and week out for 18 months, you have that the opportunity to be able to go on and find this podcast, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook, and you can find this podcast and get something out of it that will help you in your walk through life. Then I believe that it's feeding you, and you feed what's feeding you. You give to what's given to you. The Bible says it right. Say, give and it shall be given unto you in good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so please feel free. Any amount will do. We can also accept funds by way of Zelle. And so here is that information as we look at what we are doing. And please consider helping us if you can. Let's get into the topic of the day. I want to thank you so much once again for your continuous help and also your assistance for watching and sharing in this podcast. Please share it with somebody else. I can say something that you have been saying for years, and they'll receive it a little different. So again, thank you so much for being part of this podcast. Let us talk today. I want to talk to you a little bit about waking up and winning. I had a topic some time ago, a conference, in fact, that was titled Wake Up and Win. Wake up and win. And that's what I want to hang my hat on today. Because today, with all of the distractions that's going on in the world today, so many things. We wake up in the morning and we begin to run and go from place to place and get information. And we got to go and do this, and we got to do that. We're running here and we're running there, and this person is calling on us, and that person is calling on us. And we got a list of things that we have in our mind that we're going to accomplish this day. And as we look at it, this title, Wake Up and Win, is just not about getting out of bed and winning. It's about getting out of bed, but also getting out of bed with a purpose in mind. With a purpose in mind. In other words, wake up from where you are. Wake up from what you're doing. Wake up from your routine. Wake up from just going about your day nonchalantly, just doing things that doesn't really matter. Wake up and win. It's when you wake up from what you've been doing. You wake up from your routine. You wake up from just doing this and doing that. You wake up from fooling around and playing around and just passing the day. I was talking to a friend the other day, and we was discussing something that I thought was very important. And he was making the point that you need to stay busy. You need to do something. Account for your day is what I told him. That when I wake up in the morning, I have this attitude that I need to account for my day. I know that word account is a financial term, but that is checking the boxes of what you've done, checking the boxes, making sure that you completed the job, you completed the task, making sure that you did it, that it was done today. And if not, move it over to the next day, that you'll be able to complete that task the next day. That's what it's about, giving an account for your day. I know too many people that go through their entire day and don't know what happened, cannot give an account. You ask them, what did you do today? Nothing. Nothing. Get away from me. Nothing? You did nothing today? You did absolutely nothing. You don't know what you did. God gives you 24 hours, and you can't account for one thing that you did during the course of the day. Not one thing. Come on. How sad is that? You have to be able to give an account for your day. You ought to make a plan. The Bible makes it clear. In order to wake up and win, you have to write down the vision. You have to write down what do you want to win at? What is your winning strategy? What is your winning strategy? You have to write it down and make it plain. You have to make it plain. You have to write the vision. You have to write down your dream. You have to write down the things that you want to accomplish. Nobody gonna do it for you like you can. You have to write down the vision. You have to make it plain. That is the winning strategy. You got to know for sure within your heart, within your mind, and deep within your soul what it is that you want to accomplish this day. This is the day that the Lord have made. This is the day. What would you do this day with the life, with the breath, with the thoughts, with the mind, with what God has given to you? What are you going to do this day? What are you going to do? Wake up from where you are. Wake up from mediocrity. Wake up from doing absolutely nothing. Wake up and win. And win. And win. You want more out of life. You want to do more. In fact, you believe that you can do more. So why are you not working at doing more? What is stopping you from doing more? Wake up and win. Wake up from where you are. Wake up, meaning you may have to change some friends, some people in your life. You may have to start a different routine, doing things a little differently. Maybe you ought to get up in the morning and if you and pray and get your day started. You might need to get up in the morning and listen to me and listen to something positive that would change the direction of your day. You have to get up in the morning and say, hey, I am going to do this. Write it down. Keep you a pad, keep you a pencil, a pen with you at all times. Every, if not most successful people have a pen and a paper ready to go, a notepad of something ready to go. If you are someone that is entrenched in electronic devices, use your device. When a thought come to your mind, write it down. Make a note of it, because hey, you have this mind that is you have this tendency to forget, and to keep you from forgetting, write it down. Write the vision and make it plain so that you'll see it. And once you see it, you go after it. Even though that vision may tarry, but wait for it, because it will surely come. It will come when? At an appointed time, as you work toward your goals, as you work toward your dreams, as you work toward the thing that God has planted within you, as you work toward it, make sure that you write it down step by step, every step of the way. Make sure you make notes to yourself, letting you know, reassuring yourself that, hey, I can do this. In the beginning, it may seem hard, but inch by inch, you'll realize that it's a cinch, that it can be acquired, it can be accomplished slowly but surely. Despise not the days of the small beginnings. Sometimes you just have to start small. Don't go after it as if you want to accomplish it all within a week. If you can, great. But if you can, just do a little bit at a time. For example, if you have a job and you're working a job and you get up every morning and you go to work, but you want to do something for yourself, you want to start a business for yourself, just go at it a little bit at a time. Work at it in the evening, work at it in the night. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But because it's going to be hard and difficult, you're not going to do it. This is something for you. It's not for nobody else. It is for you. And as you look at your goals and you look at your dreams, and as you look at this idea of waking up and winning and waking up from your reality to a new reality, you have to wake up. What do I mean by that? What I mean is what you're dealing with now, what you're going through now in your life. Wake up from there. Wake up. If it's just laughing and joking and playing around and getting by the day and trying to figure out what you're going to eat or what you're going to drink, if it's just about those things, wake up and realize that you need more. There's more than food. There's more than drinks. There's more. You need to build a future for your family, for your children and your children's children. You need to build a life that will sustain you in your old days. You don't know how long you have. You don't want to put yourself in a position where 20 years from now, you realize, oh, I'm old and I can't make it. There's too many elderly out here that are struggling today to make a living. You have an opportunity, especially in this day, in this age, with electronic. I didn't know I could do what I'm now doing. I had no idea that I could do this. I had no idea about broadcast and how to create a platform and how to share on Facebook. In fact, I was a late bloomer to Facebook. Facebook had been around for years, and I was one of those saying, I'm not fooling with that stuff. And then it got to a point where I realized that I can't help it. I got to join in or either be left out. And so I joined in and started learning. They laughed at me. I made mistakes along the way. And you're going to make some mistakes as you work toward your goals and your dreams. But the mistakes, I looked at my mistakes as the price that I paid for what I didn't know. And they laughed at me. And at times I laughed at myself. But guess what? Here I am. Here I am. I realized that there's other ways. And I started researching and looking for how can I do it better. I started off this podcast just on Facebook. Go on to Facebook. Some of my guests, they struggled. They couldn't get on Facebook. They didn't know how to do it because they were elderly. They were older. And like I was, I didn't want to fool with it, and they don't fool with it. And guess what? They struggle. But thanks be to God now, I have a new platform. And even on this new platform, I had to learn how it works. How do I share with Facebook? How do I share with YouTube? How do I be on YouTube and Facebook all at the same time? I started looking at ways to better myself. I had to wake up from where I was, from my reality of not doing Facebook or then even doing Facebook and not utilizing other platforms like YouTube and StreamYard that I use now to share to both platforms together. And so as I started looking at it and say, hey, what do I need to do to make this thing work? And that's what you need to do. You have dreams, you have goals, you have ideas. And the question is, what do you need to do to make it work? What do you need to do to make it work? First thing is to wake up from your reality as you know it today and change and shift so that you can win. You have to wake up and win. Wake up from what you are doing. Wake up. Start talking to other people. Start figuring out, researching, Google, ChatGPT, whatever you need to do. YouTube, find out what others are doing. Pick up the telephone, call me, find out how did you do it so that you don't have to go through the same struggle. Listen, folks, it's not going to be easy if you're going to accomplish your dreams. Ask anybody that have been successful in any area of their life. They'll tell you that they ran into some roadblocks. They ran into difficult times. They ran into people who said no. Sometimes people said no, and others go back and tuck their tail and say, oh, I can't do this. He said no, or she said no, and they're not going to help me. Look, I have been told no many times. But one thing I do realize that every no brings me closer to a yes. Because sooner or later, every time I get a no or a rejection, I go back and work a little harder at what I'm doing. I work a little harder. And every time I'm rejected or says no or get a no, it brings me one step closer to a yes. Listen, even a broke clock is right twice a day. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. And so every time somebody tells you no or rejects you or say your idea is not going to work, just keep working at it. Keep going and going and going. Be like the Energizer Bunny. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't let them derail you. Don't let them change your mind. Dismiss it immediately. I told a story about MIT Say for every time somebody tells you no or tell you you can't do it, it'll take 17 times for somebody else to come around and say to you, you can do it. You can do it. And to erase that one time. So you have to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. People say, oh, yeah, Olu talking to himself. Yeah. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself and answer yourself too. That'll be the best conversation you may ever have all day long, all month long, because you are in total agreement with yourself. I am always in total agreement with me, myself, and I. So I talk to myself. I pop off ideas to myself. Yeah, I pop off ideas to myself. What are you going to do today, Lou? This is what I'm going to do. I tell myself, what am I going to do? Answer myself. I'm in total agreement. Are you going to work today? Yes, I'm going to work. Are you going to accomplish this today? Yes, I'm going to do that. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to start working on it. Are you going to make a list of people you're going to call today? Yes, I'm going to make a list of people that I'm going to call today. In fact, here's the list. I'm working on it. In fact, I was just thinking I need to add somebody else's name to this list, and I'll add the name to it. But that's how you got to work toward your goals and your dream. That's how you wake up and you begin to win. But if you continue to stay down there, birds of a feather flock together. You run around with losers, you're going to end up with a loser. You're going to end up a loser if you keep running around with losers. So sometimes you need to change your friends. Get a new friend. Get a new group. If you are the smartest one in your group, get a new group. Because now you can learn from them. I learned from people in my group. I learned from people. As a young man, I always had friends that were older than me. That when I want to go wrong, they say, no, you don't do that. You do this. This is the way you do it. I have made some mistakes, big mistakes in my life. But guess what? I'm still here because I have people in my network that can say, hey, this is how you do it. Or give me the right advice, or give me an advice that I can share and then check with the others and say, what do you think? And they'll tell me. So you need to have a network of friends that are growing and that are willing to grow together with you. But if you check your friends list. If you have friends that all you'll do is go sit around and drink and talk about what happened today and what's going on in the community and the gossips of the day. If that's all you're doing, guess what? You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. That's why this scripture I love so much. It says, give and it shall be given back to you. You get what you put in. You don't get out. When you go to the bank and you make a deposit, you cannot withdraw if you didn't make a deposit. So what make you think you're going to get from something that doesn't have it? If you have friends that are not feeding into you and all they're doing is sitting around and drinking a beer and talking about whatever that's on their mind that doesn't have anything to do with you, that wouldn't change your life, wouldn't make a difference in your life, wouldn't make a difference in your family and your children. In fact, they'd take away from them by eating up your time, your evening, just talking about absolutely nothing. So what? The game was good. You watch the game, enjoy the fellowship, and you get out. You don't have to talk about it 24/7. You don't get paid to critique the games. Work on your dreams. You have to wake up from what you are doing. If it's not giving you what you want, if it's giving you what you want and you are working on it and you are succeeding in any area of your life that is making a difference to you, I say go for it and do it even much more. But if it's not giving you what you want, if you are not satisfied with where you are, if you are not satisfied with what you're doing, if it's not bringing you any joy, if it's not helping your finance, if it's not, there's no money coming out of it, there's no joy coming out of it, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Are you just doing things to please other people? Or are you trying to please your Heavenly Father who has given you life and have given it to you more abundantly? Come on, folks. It's time. It's time to wake up and win. To wake up and win. Listen, I have the book, Launch Out, Unleash the Greatness Within You. Launch Out, Unleash the Greatness Within You. And in that book, there's a topic, there's a chapter, Wake Up and Win. You got to get a copy of the book. And if you have that copy of that book, you are to read it again and again and again, because guess what? It helps to sharpen your mind, to let you know that it's possible for you to live your dreams. It's necessary. Is that you live it. That you live it. I was hit to live and die only to realize that you did not live to your full potential, that you didn't live everything that you desire to live, that you didn't live out the things that God has put in your mind. You cannot work on your dreams at the same time while you play around every minute of the day. This is life. This is not a joke. This is not something that you just fool around with, because one day it's going to come to a point where you're going to look back over your life and wonder, what did I do? What legacy are you going to leave? What would people remember about you? What could they point to that you did as you look at your life? As you look at your life, did you build a home? Did you help somebody else? Did you start a school? Did you help a child that will remain? What are you going to do? Did you open a business? What are you doing that is going to touch your community, that is going to touch somebody, that is going to help a young person, that when you leave here, people will have something to point to and say, hey, she started that, or she did this, or she helped this person become, or she opened this business, or he did that. And because of that, we are better in this community. What are you going to do? What will be your legacy? And when you leave here, Miles Monroe talked about the wealthiest place in the universe. And he said that it's not in South Africa where there's diamond mines. It's not in the Far East, as we're in Iran and Saudi Arabia and all these places in the Gulf fighting and carrying on. He says, not there where there's oil in the ground. We're fighting over wealth. We're fighting over oil. We're fighting over control. We're fighting over. It's not the wealthiest place. If we're going to fight over wealth, that's not the wealthiest place. Say the wealthiest place is not in South Africa where there's diamond mines, nor is it in the Gulf where there's oil in the ground. Say Miles Monroe said the wealthiest place in the universe is in the cemetery. It's in the cemetery, because there you have dreams that have never been realized. There you have businesses that have never been erected. There you have ideas that the world have never got to see. There you have infrastructures that have never been built, books that have never been written, songs that have never been sung, poems that have never been written. My God, in the cemetery is the wealthiest place in the universe, because most people never live their dreams fully. And they take their ideas with them, they take their dreams with them, they take everything that God has given to them, that has placed in their mind, that has placed right here between this ear and that ear. And you have taken it with them. Where? To the cemetery. So I tell you, before you get boxed and buried with your ideas and your dreams and your goals and everything that God has given to you, that you could bring to the universe, that you could bring to the universe to change your community, to change your nation, to change your family and your children, grandchildren, and great grand, and generations to come, to even change the world, will be boxed and buried and placed in the cemetery. That's why one writer writes in a moment of anguish that said, "Oh God, to reach the point of death, only to realize you never lived. You'll never live. Oh God, you reached that point of death." That's what makes dying so painful. So painful for the person that's leaving here, and for the person that knows, the close family and friend that knows how much potential that person had. So painful, because as they look back and they realize how they held themselves back, how the things that they could have done, they didn't do it. They helped this person and that person, they did this and that, and was running with that one and doing this thing and that thing and the other. And every time you turn around, it was on the go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to be back. Once I get back, I'm going to turn around and do this other thing and do that thing and do this thing and do that thing. And at the end of the day, there goes the days. There goes the weeks, the months, the years. And before you know it, you have grown old, and now you are dying and realize you have never lived your dream. Oh God, to reach the point of death, only to realize that you never lived. Never lived. And now you're old, and now you're leaving. And all of those dreams and those ideas going to be boxed and buried. I'm talking about wake up and win. Wake up and change and shift. Wake up to a new reality. Wake up and experience the ideas that you have within your mind. Life itself is an experience. Every day that you wake up is an experience. It's a new day. It's a day that you have never seen before, and you live it. You experience a brand new day. What I'm doing right now, right here, right now in this moment, is an experience. It's an experience. Talking to you is an experience. You listening to me is an experience. You want to pay attention. You want to know. Write your vision. Write it down. Make it plain. Keep a pen. Keep some paper beside of you, so that when you think of something, you can write it down. If you want to call somebody, write it down. How many times that you said to yourself that you're going to do this, or you're going to do that, or you're going to call this person and you're going to ask this, or you're going to do this other thing, or you're going to check on this person, or you're going to do that, or you're going to call this business and you're going to find out, you're going to figure this out, and you never write it down. And before you know it, it's 5 o'clock and you realize, oh, I didn't get to do it. Now the establishment is closed, the business is closed. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, how many of you know that tomorrow is really a day that never comes? Because every day there's a tomorrow. There's a tomorrow, and there's another tomorrow. So do it today. Do it today. I say it, and I say it often. Go after your dreams as if your life depends on it. You have to wake up and win, folks. Wake up. I don't know what winning means for you. For somebody here, winning may be to start up a business. For somebody here, winning means to start a family. For somebody here, winning may mean to travel the world. For somebody else, winning may be to own a home. For somebody else, winning may mean just to get their children back together again. For somebody here, winning may mean to start a new career. Winning may means to go back to school. Winning could mean that you put together something that will bring you joy, that will bring you wealth, that will bring you an experience that you can share with the world. I don't know what winning is for you, but one thing that I do know, in order to win, you have to wake up to a new reality that will shift your energy, that will shift and cause you to do more than you ever done before. You have to wake up. You have to wake up from where you are now. Even if you're doing something and you are successful at what you're doing, you can still do more. Why? Because anything that you're doing now can be improved upon. There's not a thing that is being done today cannot be done better tomorrow. Cannot be done better. Anything can be improved upon. So as you look at your goals, as you look at your dreams, I say to you on today, wake up and win. Wake up to a new reality. Wake up to a new state of consciousness and win. You will win if you don't quit. Don't give up. Giving up is not an option. You will win if you don't quit. Listen, I'll say it again, and you ought to write this down, because it will come a time where you will need to hear or to read this. You will win if you don't quit. Quitting is not an option, because when you quit, it's over. You throw in the towel. It's done. You say to yourself, I can't do this. It's not going to happen for me. So that's when you quit. I'm defeated. That's quitting. I'm defeated. But you will win if you don't quit. Like I said, a broke clock is right twice a day. Twice a day. Even a broke clock is right. What about you? You're not broken. You ought to be right at least more than twice a day. So you will win if you don't quit. But you have to wake up to new consciousness, to new reality, to a new reality. And you will wake up and win. I'm telling you, before you lose again, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let nobody get in the way and tell you something that they don't know How can you let somebody tell you something that they haven't done themselves? If they haven't done it, they have no experience. Why are you even talking to them about it? I'll tell you, wake up. Wake up to a new reality. Wake up to a new state of consciousness. Wake up. I'm not just talking about getting out of bed or getting out of a posture of rolling over and getting on your feet and get out of bed. I'm talking about waking up in the sense of consciousness in your mind, in your heart of heart, that you would develop something new, that you will wake up to a new consciousness that will shake the world, that will shake your community, that people would know that you are a different person. You walk with a different attitude. You have a different smile. You have a different thought process. You have a different sense of reality. They would know right out the back that you are nothing to mess with. You are nothing to mess with. They would realize that you wake up with a winning attitude. You wake up to win. You wake up to win. Listen, friends, share this with somebody you love, somebody you know. It is important. Share it with them. Just send it to their feed. Say, hey, listen to this guy. Listen to him talk. Listen to what he's saying. And let's talk about it later. Let's have this conversation of what waking up and winning means to you. What does it really mean to you? What do you want out of life? What do you want? How do you know when you get it? How do you know? That's what you got to look at. That's what you got to start thinking about. What does winning look like for you? How will you know when you get there? How do you know when you begin to win? How would you know it? How would you know? So I tell you on today, as I close, I want you to be very careful. There's so much going on in this world today. There's so much going on in this country. There's so much going on in your community. There's so much going on in your family. There's so much going on in your life. You have to take charge. You have to take control. You have to have a winning attitude. You have to wake up and win. This is just not a slogan. This is just not a saying, but this is something. If you're going to change your life, if you're going to be better, if you're going to live full and die empty, you have to take on this attitude, this posture, this consciousness of winning. And to do so, you have to wake up from your life as you know it now. Again, thank you so much. I love you. I love you. And I'm grateful to have you. Please share this video with others. Don't forget to support us as we continue to bring you content and broadcasts. This is the Cash App handle, $ Olu Brown Motivations, or you can go to the website, www.olubrownmotivations.com. These are all resources that will help you to reach your goals and your dreams. Think it not robbery that you support us by way of Zelle. Think it not robbery to be a part of what is going on with Olu Brown Motivations and this broadcast, this podcast launching out. And I want to say to you, I want to ask you a question. What's stopping you from living your dreams? What is stopping you from living your dreams? Okay. Now, please continue to support all of our area businesses that are in the area, in this Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and around the world. If you are part of Olu Brown Motivations and you have a business, a small business of sort, please let us help you get the word out. If you have an event that's coming up, let us help you get the word out. If you are doing something in our community, let us help you get the word out. It will not cost you a dime. It will not cost you anything to get the word out. And so join us on this podcast every Friday at 9:00 a.m. And let us support one another. Get a copy of your book, of this book for a father in your life, especially the young fathers. Give it to them. Just slide them the book and let them thumb through it and begin to read some of it's an easy read. It's not difficult. And so let them share. This is a great time, great book to give to somebody and to share. And so please let us continue to support one another in every area. I believe that we get to a point in life where we realize that it's more than just us. It's just us. I have enough. I have enough. It's more than just me. It's more than just me. It's about helping somebody else. That's what I'm about. I tell people quickly, I am in the people helping business. My idea, my goals, all of it is designed to help somebody else to be successful, to reach their goals and their dreams. That's what it's all about. I have not arrived because I think there was someone that said if you believe that you have arrived, you're on your way back home. And so I am still achieving, I'm still working on myself day in and day out. And I want you to do the same. Join me and let us continue to share and work with each other day in and day out. Join me every Friday at 9 a.m. on this platform, whether it be Facebook for you or YouTube for the others. Please join me. Also, please feel free to make a donation to us, Olu Brown Motivations, that we will continue to bring you broadcasts week in and week out. Listen, this is a paid platform. I know you see it on Facebook, but it's a paid platform that I use to share to Facebook. I also have the website that is also a paid website. It's not free, and but please support us as we go along. And we also spend time giving scholarships to students around the world to help keep young people in school. And so your monies, donations will help us to support these young folks. These are part of the reason and purpose that I do what I do. Is I stated just a little while ago that I'm in the people helping business. Listen, man, I love you. I thank you for what you're doing. I really appreciate all of it. And I take it not lightly that you are here. You're listening to me even now. Enjoy as you go on vacation. We will not be airing on next Friday due to Juneteenth. We're going to celebrate, and we're going to be a part of every celebration on Juneteenth. And so listen up. Maybe we'll have something that will air from a previous broadcast and for next Friday. But on the 26th, I will have a special guest with me, and you will see that coming up in the upcoming weeks and days, that you'll be able to see who it is and be able to join us on the 26th. It's going to be rich. it's going to be an excellent and rich experience for the 26th. So I'm looking forward to it, and the name will be dropped soon and very soon. So stay tuned as we continue to share with you. Listen, I love you. May heaven smile upon you is my prayer. Go after your dreams. Go after it so much, so much, so much, as if your life depends on it, because it does. Have a wonderful day, and may heaven smile upon you and yours. God bless you. Have a great day.